Are you telling me that the Easter Bunny is not only real, but he's going to show up every day?
Yeah. And
the Easter Bunny's going to lick your asshole?
Hey, something's burning, something's burning, something's burning.
Guys, brand new episode with what they now call comedy's power couple.
Do they?
Yeah.
Who's they?
Tom and Christina just got dethroned.
Oh.
Yeah, they were number one for a while. Rich and Bonnie were number one. Who are the great comedy couples that like are out there? Like Sarah and Jimmy was like a big one.
Joe List.
Yeah,
Sarah Tomash.
Yeah, that's a good one. By the way, Mark Norman's wife does stand up.
Yep.
And so does Matthew Broussard's girlfriend does stand up.
Okay.
I don't know any of the gossip.
Well,
I try to
Caitlin
stay away from
Palufo.
You are so fucking lucky. Oh, God.
I stay out of
My
it.
problem is I like gossip. Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Daniels, Kelsey Cook. That's my
Hi,
intro.
everybody.
And this is going to be a really interesting episode because literally everything on the planet can kill Kelsey. So we have no latex, no peanuts, no lactose, no anything. Mm-hmm. When did that start happening for you?
Young, but I have exciting news. I just got retested, and I can have almost anything now.
That's awesome news. I wish we had gotten that yesterday. That would have been so cool.
I wish I would have gotten that before I had to quit eating fucking peanut butter.
I really tanked the first 2 years of our relationship for him because it's his favorite.
I don't know about that. Latex allergy, you're like, sweet. Nice, son.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so funny. It's his favorite food is peanut butter.
Yeah.
I love
peanut butter. It's so good.
It's
How
so
could you not
good.
like it?
It's so good that people ignored George Washington Carver's pitch that he could run a motor on a peanut. They were like, this fucking peanut butter, dude. If you put this, and he's like, hold on. It can do more than just make sandwiches, guys. That was one of the early,
so can coal, bitch. Just like eating it by the spoonful.
But this shit's, put it on fucking celery. It makes celery good. Peanut butter is
unbelievable.
So, you ever have Goober Grape?
No.
Oh, of course you haven't. Oh my God, how cool to get to introduce her to all the different types of peanut butters.
It's not my job.
Yes, it is. Come on.
What was your joke?
So
What was your joke about almond butter?
Oh, it's like Christmas with just church and no presents. It sucks so hard.
I've been trying to brainwash him this whole time. It's just as good. It's fine. You're not missing out on anything. And the whole time he's like, this is fucking dog shit. And the second I could have peanut butter again, I'm like, I am so sorry. I was gaslighting myself.
It's okay, because I knew she was no longer allergic to peanuts because I would have it before bed and still give her a goodnight kiss just to test it. Just like, well, she's laying down, her heart rate's low. Let's see if it kills her now.
You found out long before I did.
And it never did. Yeah.
Okay.
This is such a big monumental thing.
Yeah. When I was in...
May I say something first?
Yes.
You're about to set people's brains on fire that go, modern medicine's a sham, bro.
I know.
You're about to fuel all of it. So go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
God, great. Okay. When I was in high school, I started to have lots of reactions to things. And so they did an allergy test, but it was just the skin pricks, which aren't super accurate.
Clearly.
But they were
I'm allergic to cockroaches. Did you know it's
I mean, how do you know?
They test you for it. It's actually cockroaches, not cockroaches. I thought it was cockroach.
It's cucaracha.
Yeah, el cucaracha. Yeah. That's I had a Mexican that translate that song to me. El cucaracha. Where's our Latino? What's the Italian? Same. Chinese, Japanese, whatever. You fucking know the language.
Sort of olive skin here. I have some questions for you.
I think you've been saying cockroach like Papa Roach. And how you said it to us like it was going to be brand new information. So you're like, did you know it's cockroach? I'm like, I don't think I've heard anybody ever pronounce it cockroach.
I grew up in Florida.
Oh.
So it was Spanish, so I thought it was caca, like shit roaches.
Shit roaches, okay.
And then I found out
maybe it is.
cockroach, like it's on your cock. Such a weirder...
I think that's also not right. I don't think they're shit or dick fleas.
Wait, hold on.
Dick
I didn't mean to derail a conversation with my allergies. My allergies are nothing. Hay fever, corn, and cockroaches.
I just recorded Leon's podcast with her, and she said that you are so deathly allergic to guinea pigs that she touched one, washed her hands, drove home, you got in the car, put your hands on the steering wheel, and that your eyes completely swelled shut.
That's a story a lot like China about the bird flu or about the fucking COVID. Okay. I'm not certain she washed her hands. I'm not certain she didn't just play with the fucking guinea pig and then grab it.
Rub it on the
If you're not
steering wheel.
allergic to a guinea pig, you pet it and you go, that was great. What a great animal. And then I grabbed him. I grabbed onto the steering wheel and going to the airport, and I touched my face. No lie. The inner membrane of my eye swelled over my eyes, and tears burned into my face. I had burn marks
Like
where the
acid
tears
tears.
were. Yeah, I'm deathly allergic to guinea pigs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
I
fucking
mean,
crazy.
it's just like, who's just allergic to guinea pigs out of all the stuff?
That's my thing. Like I can't be around a guinea pig at all.
I love it. Like, that's my thing. That's what I open with parties. I'm just like, guys. Listen, no guinea pigs, please.
But wait, go back to yours.
Okay, so I was having reactions, and if peanut comes back like at all, and I had started at the time, I would eat like a peanut protein bar and my throat would get kind of itchy. And this doctor was just like, you gotta completely cut it out. He was very like fear mongering because people who have the true severe peanut allergy, it's so easy to die.
Dimitri Martin.
Oh, does he have a really severe one?
He's worse than you. I don't know how.
Really?
It makes me feel like white people don't belong on this planet.
I don't believe in peanut allergies. I'm just going to tell you that.
Okay. Actually, I don't either. And I wish there's a lot of things. I also don't believe straight people can get AIDS. But keep going. What? Name one. Magic Johnson? Okay.
But he also got rid of them.
Yeah. It's also doing okay. If you're giving me that AIDS where I open up movie theaters, I'll take it. Keep
Oh
going.
my God. You give it to Magic Johnson and he just goes, ta-da, bitch, and it's gone. Okay.
Magic.
Okay. Okay, so, oh my God, we're only like 10 minutes in. So many cancelable things immediately.
Cancelable.
Canceled by Magic Johnson?
You think
Got
his no-look passes are amazing. He fixed AIDS.
You think his work on the court was good? He beat AIDS.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck Bird. He beat AIDS. One-on-one.
they just put a 33 on AIDS and he was like, I got this.
Oh my God. Skins
Do you think
versus
Magic
skins.
Johnson would laugh at this? He's like, yeah, did fuck up AIDS.
I don't think he'd laugh. I think he'd do this.
That's right. He's a fucking champion.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's a champion. Keep going.
Hey, do you
okay.
remember when the Lakers won the world championship? Yeah, but remember when I beat AIDS? That's what I would
Where's
start
that
with.
ring?
Yeah. No
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
You
get
gotta
a
make
ring.
an AIDS ring. Okay, anyway, I stopped eating peanuts, cold turkey,
What age?
18,
Okay.
was terrified to like go anywhere near them
Like
because
get on a plane, they couldn't even open a bag around you?
I would have to tell. I was like pre-board on Southwest flights.
Who knows how to party?
What's up, guys? And it's so shitty because they go, they'll make an announcement, they'll come to your section and go, hey guys, just so you know, somebody in this section has a severe peanut allergy. So not only are we not serving peanuts on the plane, but if you brought something that has peanuts, please don't eat it. And you can just feel everybody be like, what the fuck? Like their beloved trail mix that they brought or their protein bar. And then people would sometimes kind of turn to me and be like, you believe this fucking bullshit? And I'm like, I know, man. Like, so they're like, just like sweating.
And then you're going, a lot of comments from the peanut gallery, literally.
Yeah.
You know how some people have gaydar?
Yeah.
Right? I can tell who it is on a plane that's allergic to peanuts, and I would look at you and go, it's this one right here.
Yeah.
The frail bird
This fucking
bones.
sick, old, sickly.
Yeah.
So wait, and so then you go, at what point were you like, I don't think I'm allergic anymore. I'm going to get tested again.
It had just been so long. And
Was anyone nagging you?
and somebody in my life that I lived with who berated me on a daily basis,
Berated, let's keep it.
guilt tripped me,
Thank
told
you.
me told me how much he missed his peanuts.
Kind of saved your soul a little bit. Like, I mean, think of the
Honestly?
life he gave you, because like, love's one thing,
It's true.
but to be able to include peanut butter back in your life it's almost better than love.
Well, it's crazy because
gonna have to
it's when I got them retested, it showed like so many things not being an allergy anymore.
Really?
Because I'd been living my life so in a bubble, so limited. And being on the road, it sucks. It's like, just felt like I was eating, I don't know, like Skittles and
Tree bark?
Tree bark, yeah, it was tough. So
I had that with
great.
marijuana a little bit. Like I really honestly thought I was allergic to marijuana because every time I would smoke as a kid, I'd have a panic attack. I'd feel it in my throat. And at one point I thought, I am allergic to a lot of pollen. I wonder if there's something in this plant that I'm actually allergic to that causes anxiety attacks and me to think about death and forgetting how to swallow and thinking, how do you breathe? What is it through your nose? Or what if you do it, can you do it through both your nose and your mouth at the same time? And I was like, and then I just had to like, I just was like, I want marijuana in my life more than I want to it not in my life. And and now
So you beat it.
Yeah, well,
Princess Brided it.
every now and then the scary parts come back up.
Sure.
And you just gotta go, oh, with all the bad comes the good. It's like a relationship. Like one time I got in a fight with my wife, something she started, some nonsensical bullshit.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know.
That sounds like Leanne.
Yeah, oh, just
She's
out of her
really
fucking
combative.
mind. Those people that stormed the Capitol, they were doing the right thing. That's what Americans do. You stand up for our fucking freedom. And I went to go get coffee, and I thought, I was angry, and it was early, and I was like, I'm going to get her coffee. And then I thought, oh wait, I don't have to have this feeling. This isn't a real feeling. I can also just go look at all the shit she's given me in my life and go, this is stupid. Those people that stormed the Capitol, maybe they thought they were doing the right thing. And then just go, by the way, are we gonna get flagged on YouTube for that? Anyway, it's fucking YouTube's a fucking racket right now. Anyway, and so I did that with marijuana, and now I can smoke marijuana. I really enjoy marijuana. I liked it too much. I'm trying to get it out of my life right now. But, so wait, what's your bucket list, like, peanut things that, like, have you fucking tested it?
Oh, I'm eating peanuts like 4 times a day in every possible form.
They're so good. Have you tried the chili roasted pistachios?
So I think I'm still allergic to pistachios.
Yeah.
Pistachios are my favorite.
I think I'm still allergic. I tried to have pistachios a few years ago, and they were in guacamole, and I didn't know it, and my tongue puffed up.
What white restaurant was this?
I know.
Who the fuck puts a pistachio
That's
in
what
fucking...
I was like, can we just fucking leave guacamole alone? Like, it doesn't need pistachios.
Avocado's great by itself.
Yes.
I remember the first time do you remember the first time I'm only saying this, and I don't mean to like paint you in a picture, but I feel like we probably had a similar childhood. I was in Florida, you were in Minnesota. Do you remember the first time you had an avocado?
Yeah.
I was older.
I was older too.
Yes.
I think I had an avocado and saw a real live black person on the same day. I was like, what is my life? Am I in college all of a sudden?
Oh my God.
I think I was 13 years old when I saw a real live black person for the first time.
Oh my God, this is so funny. You guys sound
great.
You guys sound so old right now talking about the first time. I remember when I had an avocado.
I do.
I love that that's like a
But
prominent
isn't that just
memory.
Doesn't any age can't you say I remember when at any age?
Yeah, but avocado is such a
22 years old. I was in Spain with two Australian people and my buddy Huicho. And we're in a Airbnb, or not an Airbnb, but a hostel.
Yeah.
And these guys made avocado sandwiches. And now we know this as avocado toast, but they had baguettes, and they cut up, they had 4 avocados and some tomato, and they sprinkled a little olive oil and a little salt on it. And me and my buddy Huicho were like, what the fuck is this green stuff? And they called it rich man's butter.
Oh,
and
interesting. I have a hard time believing a guy named Huicho had never had an avocado.
No, I wonder if that's the first time. He's Peruvian, like real Peruvian, unlike Segura, but like we both had it, and then I did not touch avocado again until I was 26. I didn't have it again until I was 26, and at 26, I went to I went to Kevin James's house.
Okay.
And Kevin James had just gotten a HD flat screen. He paid $25,000 for it, and we were going to watch football on CBS on a flat screen. And Gary Valentine made guacamole, and I said, "What is this?" And he goes, I said, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "You've never had guacamole?" And I'd never had guacamole. Whoa. And I actually said at my first bite, "Holy guacamole, this shit's good." And now I'm obsessed with avocados. I eat probably one a day. I eat one a day.
So
I
good.
love avocado. I'm shocked there's not one floating around here.
Your life is wild. A guy named, what was it?
Huicho.
Huicho had never had an avocado, and then a guy named Gary Valentine.
You don't know Gary Valentine?
I do.
Okay.
But just think about that name for a second.
Yeah.
You don't go, what's Gary Valentine up to? He's probably making guacamole.
Gary Valentine was like a lot like you. And I only say this because I met you when I was older. I'm older than you. We're roughly the same age. I'm a little older, but you get to a place in comedy where you think you know it all, and you're so good, and you're like a tour, fucking crush. and Gary Valentine, much like when first time I ever saw you do stand-up, he was like, "You should come out. I'm doing an hour at the Ice House." And I was like, oh, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, I'm a comic. I've done this." And he was like, "Oh, you should come out. This will really be fun." And I saw him do stand-up, and I was fucking floored. I was like, "Oh, I'm not this good." The same thing when I saw you. I was like, "Oh, wait, he hasn't talked about his dick yet. Where are all his jokes? He's just talking about his life? Wait, you can talk about your life? Like, oh, shut the you can be smart and attractive but still have cocktails? Wait, you don't have to take your shirt off?" Like, it was, but that was my 2 cents about Gary Valentine. So fucking talented.
Yeah.
So many great fucking comics.
Gosh. By the way, what are you making for
by
us?
the way, because of your, there's no dairy, you still lactose intolerant?
Can I show you the way I live my life now?
Yeah, this.
I just carry lactase with me.
Now she gets to take a pill and eat that shit. And to show I was a good teammate, I took a food sensitivity test. I'm not supposed to have cow's milk and mozzarella cheese, and I can't take that shit.
Why?
Because I can't take lactase and have it. It doesn't work the same way. I have the enzyme. It's just like...
He's allergic to the milk protein.
Asians are allergic to milk. A lot of Asians are, and alcohol. And I heard black people are allergic to milk too. Kyle! Am I accurate that a lot of black people are lactose intolerant? You are accurate. Boom! I love when I'm racist and right.
No, it's because people didn't start keeping cows until they moved over to like Scandinavia and shit like that, and Europe. And so as we started migrating as people
I love shit like this.
out of Africa, we went to all the other, what turned out to be like the white places. And as we got lighter and lighter, then we were able to drink cow's milk because people kept cows as like a food source.
This show is sponsored by Talkspace. It can be challenging to find and meet with a therapist that's the right fit. Therapy can be costly, but with Talkspace, it's affordable and in-network with most insurance providers. Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider, makes getting the help you need easy, accessible, and affordable. Talkspace therapy and psychiatry are covered by many insurance plans and employers. Most insured members pay a copay of $30 or less. You can easily sign up online and get paired with a licensed provider that's the right fit for your needs, typically within 48 hours. You can also switch providers at any time for no extra cost. Talkspace makes getting help convenient because you can take your appointments from the comfort, convenience, and privacy of your own home. You can even talk it out between sessions by sending messages to your therapist, which I got to tell you is the greatest thing you can ever do. Because so often something will pop up. I'll give you a perfect example. Leanne and I got into an argument, and it was a weird argument. We didn't want to get in an argument. And I thought, how are we getting into these? So I sent a message to my therapist, said, this is what I need to talk about. By the time therapy rolled around, I had completely forgotten about this argument. He brought it up, and I was like, boom, that's a great call. I didn't even have anything on my agenda, and I got this message to him, and he was like, this is how we get it. All right. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/burning and enter promo code SPACE80 to match with a licensed therapist today. Go to Talkspace.com/burning and enter promo code SPACE80 to get $80 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's Talkspace.com/burning, promo code SPACE80. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm making for you guys today. This is a chicken pot pie covered with pretzels.
Oh my
So I'm a big pretzel guy. I love.
Has anyone ever masturbated on this show? Because I think I'm about to.
Bobby Lee, probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm just betting.
So you're making it from scratch?
From scratch, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, except for the chicken. I got to be honest with you. Here's the deal with chickens. It's a racket. I don't even know why they sell uncooked chickens at all. Because for the same exact price point, you can buy a cooked chicken that tastes so much better than the one you'll make, and you're not getting salmonella.
That's right. You know something's going to be good when you dump the ingredients out of little bowls.
Yeah. We've really...
This is like real life shit.
That's why I love HelloFresh, because they give you the pre-portioned ingredients.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't have to go into your cabinet and go, do I have basil? They give it to you. Do I have sour cream? It's already measured for you.
Yeah.
It's so great.
And you don't have to throw it away. When you realize you're never going to make anything with rice vinegar ever again.
Yeah. Or fish sauce.
Yeah.
Yes, they
You're
give you the
I guess this is just
teeny
going to be
tiny
here
bottle.
till my kids clean it out of the cupboard when I'm dead.
It's
Yeah.
I think that's so cool about those meal delivery kits. I love cook. I love cook. Do you cook? Did you cook? Were you like a dad that cooked?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
What was your big go-to meals?
I
good
guess I like
spaghetti.
what's that?
Spaghetti.
Yeah, I make a pretty mean spaghetti sauce. Oh. I mean, probably not, for the Italian, he probably wouldn't agree, but I make a nice pork tenderloin with
Really?
some herbs and spices on it, and then like a glaze that was brown sugar, hot sauce, and garlic.
Oh, wow.
And then you cut it into medallions, and you put the sauce over those. That's
I mean, look at this. This
Yeah,
is
that's
all
great.
meat that's already there for you. I fucking love chicken. Have you ever eaten with like a straight up real Italian and they do like the, was it fagioli, where it's like a tube of meat and they put it at the bottom of the pan, it's got string on it and it just sits there and gets brown.
Oh, braciole.
Braciole, that's it. Oh. I feel like, do you ever feel like, because we both are with whites, do you ever feel like we kind of missed out on the, like, dating a real Asian lady and getting like banh mi's and shit? Or like dating a black chick and going to barbecues on the fucking weekend with our whole family and just being like, your potato salad's so much better. Do you ever feel like that? Or is that a racist question?
I don't think it's a racist question. I've gone to stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you dated, you've been married for, how long were you married for?
17 years.
17 years, which is a fucking stint.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And
You get to 17 and you get divorced and people are like, well, what the fuck's going on there?
no, you get to 17, you get divorced, and they're like, what did she do? If you get divorced in 5 years, they're like, it's him. What's it like being a divorced dad? Is it better than being a dad?
I think it's the same. I think I'm still a dad. You know when they took your dad card from you when you got divorced? No, yeah, I mean, it's just different because now, the mom can raise the kids how they want.
Yeah.
And then you can raise the kids how you want. There's like a mom's house and a dad's house, and there's different stuff. And I was never like a Disneyland dad. You get some of those guys that are like, I'm just gonna give them sugar and we're gonna fucking party, and then I'll send them back to mom's to do the homework. I was never like that, but I don't know. I had fun. I had a lot of fun when it opened that part of me up.
It's got to be,
You should listen, where's Leanne? You should get a divorce. Try it.
dude. I would be useless. Do you know how many times I'd call Leanne after our divorce and be like, I can't find my sunglasses? She'd be like, ugh, have you looked by where you keep your keys? And I'm like, it's always there. You're right.
I also feel like there's that old Louis bit about that once you get divorced and you have kids, that the time that you are with your kids, you get to be a full-time, like you get to do it the best you can because you're about to have like a week break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of feel like I was a divorced dad because I was always on the road. Like when Leanne came out with us on Fully Loaded, I was really curious of like how precious I look at my road time. Because I nap when I want to nap. No one, and my kids were with us at times. So like, it's really my time. And it's like, I drink when I want to drink. I smoke weed when I want to smoke weed. I work out when I work out.
And when you're a partner, you have to go, well, what would you like to do today?
Yes.
Or how are you feeling about this? When you're by yourself, you don't have to ask any of those questions. You just can be the most selfish prick in the world, and I'll tell you something, feels great.
Can I tell you the biggest racket in relationships is we should watch Shogun together. Don't watch it when you're on the road. Let's watch it together. Because what fucking happens is you watch 4 episodes when you're home, and then you go on the road, and then you forget you were watching Shogun, and you stop watching the series. And then one day you're like, whatever happened to Shogun? Fucking,
Yeah.
we just made a deal. Leanne and I just made a deal. Watch whatever the fuck you want to watch.
Yeah.
If we can watch it together, and better yet, sometimes I don't understand things. So like, I'll rewatch it with her and then ask her questions.
I didn't understand this show, so we should watch this.
Presumed Innocent. Have you seen Presumed Innocent?
You have?
Yeah.
I haven't, and I heard it's so good. I was going to tell you we should watch it. I didn't even know you watched it.
I already watched it. I don't
Well,
even ask anymore. I'm
shout
like, hey,
out
do you
to-
want to watch this? I just go, I'm fucking watching it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if there's consequences, I'll deal with them later.
Chad already implemented we just watch whatever we want to watch without me knowing.
It has to be. It's a must in a relationship.
Yeah, and so we tried this with my daughter. We were going to watch The Bear with her.
Oh, that's another show we got into, and then I had to stop watching it because I went on the road, and they just watched it.
And here,
Finish it though. It's so good.
With watching, when you have 3 people watching a show, that's dangerous because you need all of them there at once.
That happened with Shogun.
Yeah, it's too brutal.
Are my daughters in here? Isla, permission to share our experience with Shogun, and then if you don't want it, I can take it out. Okay. So Isla is dyslexic, and most of Shogun's written in subtitles.
Yeah.
So, in order to watch Shogun,
Can we get a new chicken?
in order to watch Shogun,
Just hawk to
Leanne
a
had to read
chicken.
it out loud because Isla wouldn't let me read it out loud because I'd read it in an Asian accent. She'd be like, "Dad, stop," and I'd be like, "Oh, it's Tokinawa." And I was like, "No, I'm just doing I'm acting. I'm an actor. That's what I'm doing." And so, but me, Georgia, Leanne, Isla, we were all watching Shogun. And if Leanne saw Isla on her phone, she'd lose her shit. She goes, "Who am I fucking reading this to?" And I was like, "What? I'm on TikTok. I'm sorry, Mom." But do you like how I included you in this and I didn't just tell your story without consulting you, Isla? Never mind. All right, so we got the skins off. No skins in this.
Is this a Gelson's rotisserie chicken?
This is better. It's Vaughn's.
Oh, the dirty rotisserie chicken.
This chicken's
The
been
full
raw
sodium.
But these are not the first hands to touch this chicken. There have been a lot of hands touching this
Vaughn's.
chicken.
That's why you have to really get in and break them into small pieces to get all the
Yeah.
jizz off of it.
Let's see. I'm gonna crank this up. I didn't even offer you guys a drink, but I know you guys probably aren't drinking, but I drink. But if you do want to drink, I can make you a drink. I'm looking at you exclusively, because one time you made me fucking drink, and I wasn't gonna drink. I was being so fucking healthy.
Columbus.
Wow, you did.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, Columbus, I was thinking of Alabama. Oh. When you were like, are you drinking? And I was like, no. And you're like, oh, tonight was my day. I was gonna drink with you. And I was like, all right, what are we drinking? You're like, what are you drinking? I was like, fucking, I think we drank gin and tonics.
Yeah, so in a foolish move, I stopped drinking April 8th, and I was gonna take the whole summer off to see if I could do it. And then it's like, I did Fully Loaded with you.
Yeah.
I am going all over the place to do press, seeing old friends, not drinking. It was the dip shittiest move of all time.
Summer especially is just hard.
Yeah, it was-
Such an
it was really
environment of
stupid.
like everybody's having a cocktail.
Summer's tough. Summer's tough. I understand listen, I think there's a thing to be said for, especially doing press semi-sober. I think there's like going out and doing press runs, you know, your special's fucking phenomenal. It's on Netflix, streaming right now. Anyone can go watch it. It's one of the best specials I've seen. I mean, congratulations.
Well, thank
It's
you.
so good. Empty Nester. Go watch it.
Empty Nester, and Leanne and I watched the whole fucking thing. I never watch a whole special. I was talking to Spade about this last night. I was like, I'm like really obsessive about certain things in a special, like the shoes you wear, the stage, if it's a shiny stage or a matte stage, the outfits, your opening jokes, your structure of I'm really neurotic about a lot of this shit. Mm-hmm. What's crazy is your special, top to bottom, was one of the best specials I've ever seen. And I knew that going in. I knew everyone was talking about it, because you shot 2, right?
Well, I shot 2 15 months before that, and
Yes.
then I shot that one March 2nd. So that was
So you shot 3 different hour-long specials in just over a year.
That is perspective-wise,
really dumb. Really dumb.
there's a
No.
lot of comics hearing that going, hold the fucking phones.
Oh, I feel like a giant piece of shit every day.
Oh.
I feel like the laziest comic
Are you allergic to something?
because he just churns out material so quickly.
Yeah, it's true, but can I tell you my perspective? This is how I feel about it. I go, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be done. Do the fucking road. Get really good at your art form. Don't put clips every day on fucking social media of like what you did last night. Let it develop. Let it develop. Find your voice. Become a person who can do an hour special. And then once you get good at that, fucking do that for a living. And that is like what's cool is I knew you shot the ones in Madison, and you shot 2 separate hours, 2 shows, 1 night, 2 separate hours.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, legit. It's the kind of shit they talk about when they talk about Chappelle, when they talk about Richard Jennings. I mean, I know you just talked about it with Rogan on Richard Jennings. And am I saying his name right? Jenny?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And but that's like the thing people sleep on. They go, I just want to get famous. I want to get famous so I can sell tickets. But you're getting famous before you know how to do the thing.
Yeah.
You know? And listen, look, fame's hard to get, and if you can get it and you can sell tickets, that's great, you know? But I think we've known a lot of people in this business, especially in this business, who got famous and maybe weren't ready for it, and then all of a sudden you stop. It's really hard to start selling tickets again once you stop selling tickets.
Ooh, yeah.
That's an uphill fucking battle that no one wants.
Can I tell you a huge bitch move that I pulled?
Please.
I was doing a NACA, and I saw this kid. He had, 3 great minutes, 15 okay minutes, and that was it. And then he got booked in, I'm gonna say 250 schools. And we got the same school booked, and we were sitting backstage. We were gonna split the time, and the lady comes back and she goes, so who's gonna go first and who's gonna go second? And he goes, well, I saw how much we're each getting paid, and I'm getting paid more, so I should go second. And I was like, I think you should too.
Good call.
And then I did 25 minutes of just closers from my albums and fucking really burned the roof down. And that's 2 phrases at once. But he went out there and I watched about 3 minutes and it was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because he was just like playing his songs and everyone was like, what is this shit? That's probably the bitchiest I've ever been in a stand-up situation where you just go, you know what? You just told me you're making more money? Fuck you. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. There's been, I got a good one like that.
Oh yeah, I have one too. Should we all share ours?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go around the table and say what we're
and by the
thankful
way,
for.
say the real names, we'll edit them out. You're gonna love my name.
Really say the name?
100%. Yeah, say the name, we'll edit it out.
Say
I'm
the
not gonna
name,
let you
say
ruin
the
your
name.
career over
All right.
a fucking meal.
All right. So when I was in Seattle, I was maybe 3 years into comedy at this point, and there was like a local comedy contest, just a one-night thing. I think there were 10 of us doing maybe 5 minutes, and then from there it went to 2 people in the finals. And it was me against this other guy in the finals, and
I didn't hear the name, sorry.
Seattle.
His name
let me
is-
guess. Let me guess.
no. You wouldn't know him.
I edit all these names out, by the way.
I don't know that he still does it. His name was,
I don't know him.
and this is such a thing to do. He goes, I had, I think, a little bit stronger of a set than him in the first round. And the winner got to have like, I want to say $300, and second place got to have $50. And before the final round starts, comes up to me and goes, hey, what do you say, no matter what, we just split it? No matter who gets first, no matter who gets second, we just split the money 50-50, and then everybody can feel good. And I just was like, you know what? I think I'm okay. And went out and got first. It's the only time I felt like I had a big dick.
Oh, what did it feel like to have a big dick?
It was great. It was awesome. Because I could just tell that it was his way of trying to like, not be manipulative, but just see if I would be kind of like a girl about it, like
Not
a young,
naive
like a
enough.
nice young girl about it, and be like, oh sure, you know what? Yeah, let's just be friends, and sure, we'll split the money 50-50. And I just felt like I was gonna win, and so I was like, no, that's okay.
So what exactly did you have to do to feel like you had a big dick? I'm gonna write this down.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God.
And how does that feel? Where did you take this big dick? I wonder where I'd take my big dick if I got one.
So yeah, that was my
Ooh,
my
wow,
one
look at
moment.
this.
This is
So legit.
Yeah. This is pizza dough that, by the way, one of our sponsors gave us, and we never made pizza with. Shout out to Solo Stove.
Nice.
I'm trying to get it out of the bag.
And then you got to share your story.
Okay, I'll tell you my story. So,
Also, get it out of the bag. Can I tell you another story when you're done?
Tell me it now.
I walked downstairs when I was in college,
Yeah.
and there was my roommate
Yeah.
sitting on the couch, and two girls that had slept overnight were sitting near him and kind of like, I couldn't tell what angle they were on. This guy had a giant ball bag, like the biggest nutsack I've ever seen. I want you to picture, I'm sorry if this is grossing you guys out there. Picture, and normal size nuts.
Okay.
It was so weird. It was like,
Maybe this is the wrong time to be shaping this pretzel.
that's what it looked like. That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like a kid's Halloween sack after he'd just gone to 2 houses.
Just too many Snickers in the bottom of a pillowcase.
Yeah, it was so fucking big. One time we were out at the park and we called him Flying Squirrel because he pulled it out, and even when it was taut, the wind caught it and it rippled like a bed sheet. It was such a giant sack. Picture I think this is the best way to describe
What
it.
does a pretzel look like? Whoa! Like a bow tie? Okay, keep going, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But I'm trying to picture a kangaroo that tried to hold in a sneeze and shot his pouch out his asshole. That's what this ball bag looked like.
Jesus.
And so I go downstairs and I go, what are you guys doing? And they have his nutsack pulled out and he's eating cereal out of his nutsack just because he can. Isn't that the wildest shit you've ever heard in your life? And they were, and fucking in Pervier, they were watching Care Bears. So they're watching Care Bears and he's just eating cereal out of his sack while these two girls hold his ball bag out.
Georgia, Isla, grab some magic spoon. That's fucking gangster.
It's so crazy.
I've got big nuts.
What the
I've got
hell?
really big nuts, bigger nuts than dicks. And I used to do a lot of nut jokes with my fraternity, like a lot. Like they'd turn the lights off and I get naked and I'd do different nut jokes. I'd make a bat. I'd make, it was like almost like poetry for the penis, but like really fucking good. It was really good at it. And
You were your own clown with balloon
but they'd
animals?
clone the lights out and then I'd go, oh my God, is there a vampire in here? And then they'd turn them on and I'd have a bat with my balls. I'd go, ha, ha, and then they'd turn them off. And then I'd go, oh, no, don't jump. And then I'd spread my nuts out like a fucking trampoline. And I had a bunch of them. But I never ate, if I had known.
You do now.
I would fucking
not too late.
definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Is that what a pretzel looks like?
Can I tell you something? Absolutely not.
That one does.
This looks like a pretzel, right?
Yeah.
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 Kinda.
Yeah.
Didn't
Looks like,
you do
looks like an owl head.
Looks like an owl.
something wild with nuts on stage?
Oh, one time Ian Bagg was working in.
Great name for a guy who's going to have nut jokes.
Yeah, Ian Bagg. Yeah. I went through a phase where I would pull my balls out, and I'd have my shirt covering them, and then when I was talking to somebody, I'd lift my arms up like this, and it would pull the shirt up above my nuts, and they'd go, yeah, and then we were, dude. And so I brought Ian Bagg a shot on stage and had my nuts out, and this club happened. It was in St. Charles. And it was attached to a hotel, and people would go there for vacation and then go to the show. And I went to check out the next day. That was on a Saturday. I went to check out on Sunday morning, and there was this huge line. I'm like, oh my God, this is a big line for Sunday. People were trying to get their rooms comped because they had heard one person did about my nuts. And so then Rick
serious?
Hewitt, the owner of all the Zanies, called me, and he's like, Chad, did you have your balls out on stage? And I'm like, yep. And he goes, man, this is not a great time for me. Can you just not do that anymore?
This is not a great time for me.
And I go, am I fired? And he goes, no, just keep your balls in your pants.
That was crazy. Like when we did comedy, there were no rules, no cancel culture,
When
no
we
cell
started,
phone.
yeah.
When we started,
Yeah.
there was it was the Wild West. I remember doing a show with Billy Gardell, Steve Byrne, and Danny Bevins, and I got naked on stage and I had a boot over my dick. And no one saw me naked, but I was naked with a boot over my dick. And Billy Gardell came out with shots of Jameson, and we sang the national anthem. And then he leaned over and he goes, "You got 10 more minutes, asshole." This looks like a much better pretzel.
That's a good one.
That's good.
I think I might reshape my previous pretzels.
By the way, my parents love Chad, and they see, I think, one specific side of him, and it just would be so great if they tuned into this. Or you're like, I went through a really big showing my nuts to everybody phase. I'm like, what the f?
But that's a guy thing that I gotta be honest with you. I think Me Too kind of kicked out of everyone. It's like, but I only did it to dudes and a couple girls. Like, I think you've seen my nuts, Stace.
And it was never a girl that you go, I wonder if she's gonna like this.
Yeah,
It was
no.
always a lock.
It was always
if you
a
were
joke.
gonna do it, yeah.
Well, I told you the story when we were at the club in Wisconsin, and he was like, the bet was I could make everyone on the staff $100 in tips, and he goes, and if you don't, I said, then I'll get naked on stage and they can take a picture with me. And he goes, and if you do, I go, they gotta get naked and take a picture with me. And he goes, all right, let's fucking go. One of the girls was like, $95, take the clothes off. And I was like, yeah, it was a fun bet. And he just stood there and he was like, take the fucking clothes off. And I was like, huh? And he was like, and they're all standing like this, take the fucking clothes off. And I was like, cool. Can I text my wife real quick?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was, but that was, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a lot of people saying, yeah, that wasn't the funnest time of my life. And where we were laughing, but I don't know. I saw Stanhope's dick a lot. That pretzel's starting to look good. It looks a little old.
That's a very good pretzel.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of parts of my body. Ankles. I like my ankles, and I really just have gorgeous balls. So it was like, I know I'm not supposed to show everybody, but this is like how I want to represent myself.
Yeah.
They are really nice.
What's your favorite part of your body?
Maybe my smile. It sounds so corny to say.
You gonna pick face in this?
He's allergic to corn. Watch it.
I don't know. I like that a smile doesn't age.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know if
Totally
you've seen
agree.
an old person smile. But it's
never
sure like
heard-
when their teeth fall out, it's fucking that
well,
aged.
like my tits are gonna be to my ankles in 20 years. But I'm just saying, like, if I keep taking care of my teeth, I can have a nice smile.
By the way, if your tits are at your ankles in 20 years, I'd like to wear it like a boa for a Christmas card.
I mean, doing soccer pal with them. You know, where you have the ball in the net. Can we talk about the time that Isla shaved her skin off? Because that
Yes.
story, we did stand-up straight makeup so long ago, and that story has stuck with me this whole time because just thinking about it, I do this. Can you share it?
Yeah. Do you remember that, George? George and Isla were at my sister's house. Am I telling this right? And George and Isla go into the bathroom, and Isla takes a razor, and she goes, look, was it Papa? I'm Papa, or I'm Dad. And she starts taking a razor and fake shaving, but putting it to her face, not realizing, and all of a sudden, all the skin's gone, and she's bleeding from the face, and she's like, Georgia? And Georgia's like, I'm gonna go get Mom. And came in, they're like, baby Isla shaved. And we're like, what? And then Isla came around the corner, she's like, it hurts. And we were like, we have a picture of it, and she is just bleeding everywhere.
The way you described it was like flaps of
It
skin,
was
just like
flaps of skin
peeling
hanging
off.
off her fucking face. It was, oh.
It's really stuck with me.
My family doesn't handle experiences like that well. My dad's like, motherfucker, god damn it, this is why you gotta watch your fucking kids. She shaved her face, she's ruined, she's gonna look scarred her whole fucking life. And my mom's like, Albert, calm down. And Leanne's like, everyone fucking stop. And I go, my daughter's scarred. And George is like, I don't think it's that bad. And then George and Leanne took Isla into the room and bandaged her up.
Oh,
She looked so ridiculous. We have a picture of it. I know that I have a picture of that on my phone. We'll post it to this. But I was just like this and just fucking open flaps of skin.
Oh my God.
Look at this. Just take a look at this. You got a camera up here? Just take a look at how fucking cool this looks. How did you guys meet? That's a weird question because I just know both of you. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they probably just saw each other at a club. But how did you guys meet?
We knew of each other through comedy, but then he came on to my foosball web series, Wrist of Fury. But I was married at the time, and he was in a relationship, and didn't have anything happen. And then just down the road, when we were both single, gave it a shot. But I've joked about this on our podcast. I didn't think Chad liked me when
Yeah, no one does.
It is a running.
Chad is like Segura. That's why they like each other. Is they both just go, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's cool.
Oh my God.
This is my impression of Chad. He's always got like a drink or like a coffee or something. Yeah. It's really great.
Oh, nice. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Chad goes, good.
And what am I supposed to do?
Look at me!
Hey! Oh my God, it's great to see you. I've had a great time. That's actually how he is in the morning now, because I told him it makes such a difference when, like, the first time I see him in the day, he's like, hi! Because that's how I am. When I see him, I'm like, oh my God, it's you. I've missed you in our sleep.
Yeah, it's like she showed up from the sun, and it's like, I just got up. I need some coffee, I need to do this. But now when I walk out, I'm like, well, how's it going this morning? It's absolutely fake, but she loves it.
But it's, well, you know what's so funny?
Aww.
Fake turns into reality.
Yeah,
So
you fake
fake
it.
turns
Yeah.
into reality.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, do you remember when you were in college and you started making fun of the guy, or maybe out of college, but you started making fun of the guy that was doing the Borat impression. And then all of a sudden, you started doing the Borat impression because it made you laugh because you were making fun of the guy, but all anyone sees from the outside is you doing the Borat impression.
Yes.
Now you've morphed into the guy who does the Borat impression. That's how joy works. So, so I said to Leanne one time, she goes, because Leanne calls and we work together, and so a lot of times she'll call and I'll go, what?
Yeah.
And she'll go, I don't like that. And I go, what am I supposed to do? She goes, I don't know. Answer the phone like you love me. So one time she called and I went, hey, baby doll. And she went, that's more like it. And I went, I was joking. And then I was like, and then I did it again. And then she called me and she go, hey, baby doll. And I'd be like, hey, baby doll. And then it started being real. And now when we call each other, we have such an over-the-top, real, joyful reaction because now we've turned into the Borat impression.
Yes, and I love it. So there's a running thing in our relationship where Chad early on had like walls up, very guarded, and we went mini golfing, and I couldn't get a read on him. And mini golf is such like a whimsical, like carefree, fucking bubble machine atmosphere.
Fucking break sweat!
And Chad is just like stone-faced, just putting. And after a while, I finally said, I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Because I was like getting no, idea from him. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, tell your fucking face. Because
It's wild to me that people think I'm gonna let them in immediately just so they can hurt me. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? You think on a first mini golf date I'm gonna be all flip-de-flu and excited? I gotta get a read on you. I gotta know if I do smile and let you in, are you gonna punch me in the teeth? I gotta figure it out.
What's crazy to me is like I envy guys like Chad who can sit in silence.
so
and
intimidating.
be comfortable with who they are.
Yes.
Like you are so much like Segura that I go, because Tom just doesn't need to talk.
Yeah.
You can sit in a car with him and he can drive, and then you can not talk for the whole car ride.
And then people think you're mad at them.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
what's wrong?
Yeah, and I go, buddy, what's going on? And he's like,
thinking.
nothing. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And so, or like something big will go on in Tom's life, and I'll text him aggressively. Hey man, I'm here for you. Let me know that. And he's just like, I'm good. Thumbs up. Emoji. And I'm like,
oh my God.
okay. But he also understands me, and I think that's the cool thing about, relationships is that like he got to a place where he's like, I understand that I'm needy. And he goes, I get it. I get that you're sensitive. I can take care of that, but you got to take care of me too because I'm not that. So
Yeah.
like I don't need all this shit. I'm envious of it. And by the way, I got to be honest with you. That's how they're supposed to make men. Like this is not the man you want to go to war with. You're supposed to go to war with the guy who's just sitting in the boat in D-Day going, okay, a little scared, like I'm gonna keep that to myself. As opposed to, we're all gonna fucking die, man. We can't, why are we doing this?
She's got flaps hanging off her face. She shaved her face.
But yeah.
All right, this is good. This is fucking, oh my God. This is so, I just want to see the look on your faces when I bring this out. You ready?
Yep.
Yes. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
That is,
I promised you this at the beginning, but oh my God.
that is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
That
That
is,
flaky sea salt? God damn it.
that's like Instagram.
Yeah,
Like
that's...
if I saw this on Instagram, I'd go, well, what did he make?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I'm so glad you have a peanut allergy because we would never have made this, and lactose. Everything's got cheese in it.
I know,
And
and
this
I can
looks-
have all of that now, I'm sorry.
Oh. So do we? I mean, I feel like it's gluttony. We should just each get our own pretzel, make it look beautiful on the plate. But we can also cut the pretzel. It's a lot. No one's gonna eat a whole pretzel. It's a lot of fucking dough.
I will eat a whole pretzel.
All right, let's do
You
it.
should see how much. When we make something to eat,
Yeah.
you would think, right, the ratio here is different.
Yeah.
But she will always take half, if not more than half.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you? You can eat like that?
And
Yeah.
she houses it too.
Yeah, I'm lucky I have a pretty high metabolism, but
Yeah, she can eat pizza now because of the lactate or whatever. And she ate pizza 4 meals in a row.
because I didn't have pizza
hang
for
on.
a decade.
You didn't have pizza?
For a decade.
I would rather be in a Russian prison than
Oh my
not have
God, it's
pizza for a
beautiful.
fucking decade.
And it was one of my favorite foods. So now that I can have it, it's been
Pizza.
psycho.
Yeah, I think this is hot.
This is.
It's amazing.
This looks so
Look at
good.
this shit.
I'm gonna do something wild here and bring out mustard because it's a pretzel.
Oh, sure.
This is Grey Poupon, Dijon, but this one is the spiciest mustard you've ever had in your entire life. So spicy it might make you sick.
It's great advertisement.
You might shit blood. Do you want some?
It's so fucking aggressive. Let's see how hot this is. Pretty fucking hot.
When you exhaled, all this steam came out like opposite John Coffey.
Look at this bite. Look at this fucking pretzel.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
I'm gonna put some Philippe's mustard on it.
This is the spicy one?
Yeah, it's really fucking spicy.
What's in it that makes it so spicy?
Horseradish.
Peppers?
Oh my God.
It's so goddamn good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's such a
It's-
comfort meal. Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys. You guys have been a fucking joy to have in my life. I was saying today, I don't really ever, I was telling you, I think, I don't ever call anyone. I never reach out to anyone. I always just kind of like wait till I see them. It kind of bums me out. Because like we were around you guys for the first week of Fully Loaded, and it was so fun to be with you guys.
It was so
And then
fun.
in a weird way, I go, well, I guess I'll see you next year. It's like camp.
Stay cool. See you next fall.
But then we watched your special, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking reach out to Chad and text him. Be like, I think I tried to FaceTime you. I love FaceTiming.
Chad loves FaceTiming. I'm sure you can imagine. It's like his
I
favorite
think I have
thing.
great ankles and great balls. Neither welcome on FaceTime. So I don't like FaceTime. If it was ankle timing, I'm in.
I one time FaceTimed Eddie Ift with Colleen from the Omaha Funny Bone, and he was naked in his bed, and he just answered with his cock, and I was with Colleen, and I was like, oh, this is the comic I was telling you about. And she booked him the next week.
Oh my God.
Hey, wait, you know what we should close this episode on? Is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had one?
It's been a really long time.
We don't
Like,
have them here.
so in high
There's
school.
no way we have Reese's Peanut Well, I bet we do have Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Oh my God.
I'm burning my palm.
What, did you get too much? These
Oh, hell
are
yeah.
The fuck, this is dessert. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I can't breathe.
I am sweating my ass off. Hey, you guys are doing a podcast together, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Pretend problems.
Pretend Problems?
Earlier when you were saying about Leanne, where you were gonna get mad and then you're like, you know what? You just thought about all the other great things.
Yeah.
And you're like, whatever. That's kind of what Pretend Problems is about. It's
Really?
like trying to pick your battles and be like, is this a real problem or is this like a
We have
pretend
listeners write in. It's really fun.
So, like, what's
I thought I was going to hate it, but it's really fun.
So what's they thought would be pretend that turned into a real problem? Like, what's a real problem someone's having?
Real problem is more like, should I stick this out with my partner? And
Really?
that's weird that they would entrust us with that, especially
Yeah.
me, because I'm like, nah, fucking leave.
Yes.
problem. Chad actually does give very good advice, but sometimes he will fire off just like an outrageous thing first, but
Well,
you do give
if,
good
if
advice.
we get a weird, like this one guy, he goes, so my girlfriend would never give me head, and I didn't know what it was about, and I think I'm pretty clean down there and whatever. So I had and then we're like, have a conversation with her. You gotta ask, or you'll never get an answer. So then he writes back and he's like, I asked her, and the problem is she really likes licking ass when giving head.
And he's not into it.
And he's
And
like,
so-
I don't want her around it. Yeah.
She's a, like, not a 50% person. She's like, I either want to suck your dick and lick your asshole, or I don't want to do any of it. And so he wrote into us being like, well, this is what I found out now after I asked, so now what? And we're like, are you fucking
Yeah,
kidding?
now what?
Now what? You're the luckiest
Fucking
man alive. What are you
grab
talking
your
about?
ankles.
Grab your ankles and pull, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Fucking, are you telling me that the Easter Bunny is not only real, but he's going to show up every day?
and so
And the
then
Easter
he-
Bunny's gonna lick your asshole? That's incredible.
So he let her do it, and then he wrote back in again with an update. And he was like, and he's like, I let her do it, but her tongue's really long and it felt icky. And he was like, his description was so silly. And he's like, but you know what? Like, if this is what she's into, then great. So now I'm getting frequent BJs and I'm ring shopping, so I'm locking it down.
That's
and it's like
perfect.
we're
It's so
watching
fun.
the evolution of this marriage.
Yeah.
It's
That's
very
fucking
fun.
And then they
yeah.
come to shows and you get to actually meet the people.
Yeah.
Oh, you meet the girl? Do you meet the girl that eats ass?
I sure did.
Shut up! Is she hot?
She's they are perfect for one another.
It's a very diplomatic
No,
response.
they're very good-looking people.
Oh,
Absolutely.
good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Guys, this has been a phenomenal episode. I love that you guys are together. You guys are so fun together. You know, I've known you for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's nice to see all the good things happening in your career for real.
Thank
And
you.
that is the joy, is when you can get to a place where you like to see people blow up. And there is no person funnier than Chad Daniels. Your special on Netflix is fucking phenomenal.
Thank you.
Everyone should go listen to your podcast, watch your special. You're just on Rogan, a great appearance on Rogan.
Yep.
And it's so cool. It's so cool. And I'm going to reach out to you more. And when you guys come out to LA, let's do less business and just go to dinner or something.
I would love to.
And
Yeah.
do it when you guys are drinking. So, and how long is this non-drinking thing going to last?
We don't know.
Okay.
It's not court ordered, so
It's
I'll
not
be
court
back.
ordered, but
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right. Just do me a favor. When you say, I want you to tell me you're drinking, and just so you know, I'm going to say, I'm actually not drinking right now. And
Oh, I
then
can't wait.
And then I want you to break me.
Text me in all caps.
Guys, thank you for coming. Something's burning. Chelsea, Chad, Kelsey. Fucking shit.
We need those Reese's Pieces.
Oh, yeah, let's eat a Reese's
yes,
Pieces.
yes.
All right.
Wow. I have to take a Lactaid. Hold on.
Why?
Because it's
Chocolate?
dairy.
Really?
Milk chocolate, yeah.
What will
Oh
happen?
my God.
Like, what kind of diarrhea?
Like violent on the plane later today diarrhea.
This is her version of going into a phone booth and changing into her Superman outfit.
You take 3 of them?
For that little fucking thing.
Those are going in like the fucking first people on Normandy. Like, come on, we got to get down there quick. Burn the bridges so the Nazis can't make it to the beach.
There's gonna be cheese.
I'm taking 3 because I'm hoping that you have more of these.
I do.
Great.
I do. By the way, I just so we're clear, I have weird dietary restrictions too. Like, I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat bread. I'm pretty much carnivore, and I broke all of them for this episode. I broke
Thank
all of them.
you.
I'm so happy I did. That
Are
pretzel
we
was-
supposed to toast?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, there's one more.
okay, great.
By the
Try to
way,
eat it.
Already had one.
hey, it's fun having you on the team.
Oh.
It's such a cool team.
Thank you.
Peanut butter is the coolest shit
It's-
in the world.
Oh my God.
If you
it's
don't get
so
a
much better.
sponsorship from Jif, just going, don't believe big peanut. Don't believe big allergy, or whatever they're called. Cheers.
Cheers.
Great
Cheers.
episode.
Thank you.
Body of Christ.
I think more people go to church if they give Reese's peanut butter cups.
Absolutely.
For sure. Oh my God, I haven't had that.
And stop
for so
fucking
long.
people.
And stop fucking people.
Something's burning.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.